going into the student section after the game?
Well, I just wanted to mark the moment somehow a little bit better than just waving at them. I'm a pitcher fanatic, and so I wanted to have some pictures to mark it. I thought the crowd was easily the best that it's been since I've been here. I would give credit to the fans for the victory, because I don't think if we would have had the environment that we had that we would have been able to finish the way that we did. I thought we started awful. I thought the next 16 and a half minutes were as good as we have played in a long time defensively. We had 6 turkeys over the last 16 minutes of the first half. I thought we were better than average in the first 10 minutes offensively of the second half. On a red light, you know, I could feel it, and I told them after regulation, we're incredibly fortunate to have another chance, and we'll have to play defensively and offensively the way we did in the first half to have a chance. Playing against that system, I thought our guys handled really well, but I think it's the cumulative effect of it's so counterintuitive to how you play, which is why it's the Princeton system. And you're so cognizant of, we call them absolutes, the Princeton absolutes, the things that you have to do in order to have a chance to beat them. And then all of a sudden, the way they're beating us is they're just driving us straight to the basket, just straight line drives. The season ticket holders, the community, I thought it was fabulous. And the marketing staff did a great job, again, helping us get it to that point. But I thought it was really big.
With Zach having a big sizing game for a couple of months, do you almost expect him to have this big of a night?
You know, when they played 35, when they played 31, those two guys combined in conference play were averaging 26 minutes. They had been playing 14 minutes a game small ball. And we're comfortable playing small. In some ways, we're better. So one of the things that we were going to try to do is when they went small, we would just go small. Down the stretch, when they went big, we stayed small because I thought we were in a good groove. We had made it a priority offensively, no matter who it is. Chris, KJ, Zach, Shane. The first possession we threw it to Devin, or Zach threw it to Shane, because they stand dead behind the post, and they stand dead behind the post because they guard your perimeter 5 feet off. You know, and they're just going to build a wall and want you to shoot a bunch of threes, and that's what we did. Too much of that in the first half. I didn't anticipate Jalen would have ACC tournament game #1 from last year, but I thought both of those guys were really big.
How big was that Jalen came through? Because it seemed like a lot of, I mean, Justin couldn't hit, Seth was missing some.
Other than Jalen and Zach being superlative, I thought we did a great job on the glass collectively as a team, but I thought our perimeter offense was as collectively as bad as it's been in a while. I didn't think Seth was very good. I didn't think Bibbs was very good. I didn't think Five was very good. But I will say that I thought they were mature in trying to fight through it individually and collectively. And I thought their maturity and how they were trying to fight through it was right. Not everything's going to go perfect all the time, but we really, similar to when we beat Miami or Wake Forest last year in the tournament, we wouldn't have won without Jalen, and tonight we wouldn't have won without Jalen.
Coach, how are you guys finally able to get into the paint after they were kind of daring you guys to shoot early on?
Well, I felt that they still, defensively, I think they continued to play the same. I thought we began to be more comfortable in how they were playing us. You know, when I have the ball and you're guarding me there, well, as a good player, you just think, well, I'll just shoot it. but that's what they want you to do. And then you're going to go down there and guard them for 30 seconds. And like I said, I think it's just the cumulative effect of doing that. But I thought we did a better job of taking less dribbles and moving the ball so that as the ball moves, the defense has to move. When we're just dribbling, they're just loading to the ball. When we were our best and when we scored most efficiently is when there were 2 dribbles or less per possession, per player per possession, because the ball was moving side to side.
20 wins. How significant is that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty big. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I think it's a mile marker. 20 wins is the total number of wins that Virginia Tech has had the last 2 years. We have a chance to exceed that on Friday night. I don't know, I read in the whatever the thing is, anyway, Florida State won their 20th last night, and I saw that Coach Hamilton got a significant bonus. I've never thought of it in that a way. Like, I've never thought of, like, the 20th win being significant. And I mean this in the right way, because we've been accustomed to getting more than that. And so I don't want to ever think that 20 is not important, but I also don't want to think that that's the ceiling. We gave away some games for sure in non-conference that we'd love to have back. To close the season in ACC play, I think it makes you think back to, well, if we'd have won at Notre Dame, if we would have finished the game at Syracuse. But we're thinking those things because of how we closed the season. And I think that the decisions that we made, Kyle, I don't know that they're all right yet. I think time will tell. But I think the decisions that we tried to make as the roster was going through upheaval is, what is Virginia Tech's niche going to be? Probably not getting one-and-done guys. There is a style of play that we have, but it's not the Princeton offense. And so as we were making decisions to build the roster, we want to make the decisions based on the personnel and how they fit, if you're wanting to put a number on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But also making decisions on trying to get our roster in some sort of stable position relative to the age. And I think we've done that in a lot of ways. But if there is a negative, all of those decisions turned into this team that we have, we're going to have for 2 years. And so, Shane. And so I think that the reps that we're getting in this environment, on this stage, against these caliber of teams, I think you want to, I think you want to go, oh yeah, this is trending towards, Miami did this in the NIT last year and they were top 10 all year this year. I don't think that's the right way to look at it. I think you need these reps at this time of the year so that you can gauge it, so you can feel it, so you can sniff it, so that how you handle the late spring and the summer and the preseason gives you the maturity you need to handle business in non-conference. I don't think it's to fast forward to a year from now. There's too many variables involved. But can we use these reps, this type of overtime game, this, in essence, 1 possession, 2 possession game, to go, if it's at BYU, that type of atmosphere? Can we continue to mature that is preparing us for what's next? And what's next for us when you're trying to build something, particularly with the team returning, is it growing us to be hungry in the right way for late spring and summer, for the fall? And it's hard to go 8-5 in non-conference and think that you should play in any tournament other than this tournament.
Thank you, Coach.
That was a long answer.